Oh, hello, hello. Welcome back to our love relationship series. And this is the third entry into this series. And this one is going to hit home just because think about love. Yes, we talked about we've got to love ourselves, right? That is so important. But what do you need to do with love? What do you need to do with love? Why have love? You can love yourself, but then what? Yes, you got it. You have to share it. You have to give it. You have to give it. Think about that. You can love yourself. That's fine. But what are you going to do with it? That's what God calls us to do. Right? Love your neighbors. Go out and love. So that hits on exactly what I wanted to talk into today. Think about this. And it is really what we are all about. The mission at Life Transformed is isolation to community. So you have to get out of isolation, okay, to show your love. And just think about, I'm going to use a current example, people who really isolate themselves because of COVID. Fear. Think about that. Where does that come from? Fear. What is God? Love. Pretty powerful. Isolation. Satan. That's when he does his best work, when we're in isolation. God created us for community, to love. So the message is pretty clear. If you want to truly love, if you want to have truly loving relationships, you have to get out of isolation. That is the key. Get out of isolation. Man, if you have a choice, that's how I live, right? If I have a choice, I am going to be out of isolation. Even if it's on a Zoom call, at least I'm with other people and we're interacting, we're thinking together, we're out of isolation. We're not, I'm not allowed to just get into my head. It's an epidemic. I talk to people every day, hundreds of people a week. And it's very, very common. Everybody's got a rabbit hole that they can go down. Everybody, including myself, right? We can get caught. We can get trapped in that dynamic. So the message is clear. If you really want to improve your love relationships, you've got to love. And to love, you've got to get out of isolation. You have to get out of isolation. And the more you can share your love, and your love is going to the grocery store and smiling, passing somebody in the street and waving, just a little nod, nod to somebody. Hey, what's going on? How's your day going? That's it. Showing that love, showing that, you're respecting people, you're acknowledging people. It's so easy to do, really. I mean, literally, I bet each of us, because I know I do it, I live this. I bet you can show love to 10 people today. Minimum 10 people. If you get out at all. If you're buying something at the grocery store, interact with that person that's checking you out in a positive way, right? Show them love. Ask them how their day's going. Give them a smile. If you're still in a place where they're doing masks, just go like this. Smile. Put it back on. Yeah, it's like show love. Open the door for somebody. Let somebody go first. Pay for somebody's coffee if you're in a drive-through line. So many ways to do it. So that's what I encourage you to do. Get out of isolation and think about it. right? After you've done the first step that we talked about last week, love yourself, then you have to share that love. That's what God calls us to do. Share that love. And share that peace and share that joy. Get out of isolation. You can't do this stuff on your own, right? If you try, it is not going to work. Satan is going to take you down. You got to get out of isolation. So a key to loving relationships is getting out of isolation. And that's even if even you and your partner or spouse, whatever, if it's just you two all the time, that's not good. It's not good. With your kids, if you don't, if you're isolating at all, if you're keeping away from people, and I know people say, well, I'm an introvert, and yeah, that's all well and good. I'm not saying you have to go in a big crowd of people and be the center of attention, but be around people. That's what we were created for. We weren't created for isolation. All right, you guys, this one is so impactful and so exciting for me. So I will see you again tomorrow for the next iteration of this Love Relationships series.